Throughout his election cycle, one candidate has consistently gotten more media coverage than any other. Probably know who it is. So why is the media and the American public so fascinated by Donald Trump? Let's ask Howard Kurtz. He's a Fox News media analyst and host of MediaBuzz here on the Fox News channel. Thank you for joining us.
Hi there.
So what is going on with this insatiable appetite for Donald Trump, and specifically the type of coverage that he's getting, the things we're focusing on?
Yeah, insatiable is the perfect word. Well, obviously, the Republican nominee should get a lot of coverage and political vetting and all of that. But it struck me the other day reading a big piece in the New York Times about letters that Trump has written to people, everything from a love letter to his then-wife Ivana to a nastygram to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar saying nobody likes you, that there is this incredible appetite for stories about Trump's sort of larger-than-life persona. I'm talking here about his celebrity, his wealth, his businesses, his kids, his golf game, his escapades with women, what he said to Howard Stern, all of that. And I think that to some extent the media are fulfilling a hunger among people, some of whom think he'd be a great president, some of whom think he would be a terrible president, to learn more about this guy and what makes him tick.
So I like how you called it a process being conducted on steroids. So who is to blame? I mean, the public wants it. They tune into it. The media gives it to them. Who's to blame?
Well, we are in part to blame because there is a question of balance in a presidential campaign. I'll come back to that. But interestingly, in researching this, there was a BBC reporter who came up with a mental health explanation. I guess he had gone to that Trump Tower press conference where the billionaire unloaded on the sleazy and dishonest press. And he writes, for all the abuse, all the belittlement, we as reporters show no sign of ending our relationship addiction with Donald Trump. But I think it's not just about us. I think it is about this public appetite. But where is the comparable coverage of Hillary Clinton? And I think you have to say that, look, Hillary Clinton's had a very colorful career, First Lady, Senator, former Secretary of State. She's been involved in a lot of scandals, some say pseudo-scandals, her husband's affairs and all that. But she's been on the public stage for 25 years. We feel like we know a lot about her. Trump, while a reality show star and a business guy, is obviously new to the political arena.
Yeah, but Trump has promised that moving forward in the general election, he intends to bring out some of those issues, parts of her colorful life, as you call it. So do you think that the media coverage of her and her personal life will change in the general election?
Sure. I mean, everything is fair game in a general election, and we're going to see a lot of scrutiny of both candidates, and particularly, you know, it's kind of asymmetrical warfare because Hillary Clinton gave this blistering speech about Donald Trump being dangerously incoherent on foreign policy, but Trump not only criticized her as incompetent, he says she should be in jail. He talks about Bill Clinton's affairs. I mean, he throws that stuff out there, and the media cover that as well. I just think for all the public fascination, I'm not trying to let us off the hook, a lot of this is driven by ratings and clicks, that there is a need for balance, and if we're going to go crazy over all things Donald, then Hillary needs to get some comparable level of scrutiny, even though she has been a public figure for so long.
All right, we will see if that happens. Thank you so much. Always love having you here. Well, Howie, we definitely look forward to seeing you this weekend as well on MediaBuzz. That's Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern.